Hey guys, this is Donnie from Standing Goats Rescue. I'm out at the property. The blackberries have started. Those are wild blackberries. We have blackberries and dewberries down here in Florida. The difference is the blackberry grows on a bush and the dewberry grows on a vine on the ground. And the dewberries are incredibly sweet. I'm trying to watch for yellow jacket nest. I have my snake boots on, so I am good. I'm gonna go back here somewhere and sit down. Weird looking area. I haven't checked this side of the property in a long time. Most of these trees that you see knocked over are from Hurricane Michael. Okay, I thought it may have been a blueberry. This junk here, the people who used to own this property, I mean, you see how long it's been here, this mattress frame, that pine trees are growing through it. We have hauled off so many trailer loads full of junk from here. It's horrible. I don't understand how people can be that messy. This stuff right here, this is goldenrod. When it blooms, the honeybees love it, but it makes some of the best honey you'll ever eat. And here's the, I think it's crabapple. I think that's what that is. I've been calling them mayhaw, but I don't remember the true name. I did know, but when I got hurt, I had to learn a lot all over again. I had to learn how to dress myself, feed myself. The only thing I didn't forget was how to speak. When I got the brain injury, wow, that is a weird area right there. The old trail used to go through right there, and it went this side of that leaning dead pine, and it went around, but you can't go that way anymore. It is so hot. I can see the top of the old feeder still through there, the blue barrel. I don't know if you guys can make it out. It's through the bushes back there. It's hard to see. But that's the old feeder where we used to feed the deer. I'm gonna find somewhere in the shade to sit down for a bit. Okay, stand by for a second. All right, guys, found me a spot to sit, and I got the crap scared out of me. When I was walking back here, it was about 50 feet or so from where I stopped recording, and I was going to set over there. But that tree that I was going to set on isn't connected to the ground, and when I sat on it, it dropped and almost dumped me off the back of it. But when it dropped, it made a really loud crack from where I guess a limb or something that was on it that snapped off when it hit the ground. Behind me, right here where I'm at right now, the tree was right over here, but directly behind me, something broke out. I guess something was bedded up, an animal was bedded up over there, and it literally sounded like a pig. Like a huffing sound. When it took off, it whoa, 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 and it just took off crashing that direction. It sounded like it ran maybe 100 yards and stopped, or it got out in the open where it wasn't making any more noise. But it caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. It was very loud and it scared the fire out of me. But anyhow, I got the camera set. I can see the screen somewhat. I can't make it out, but just keep an eye behind me. Just wanted to touch base with you all. Talk to Chris to find out how things were going, and he hasn't been able to post any videos. And he asked me if I would share with you guys and let you know. He's having the same problem that I was having. He'd start uploading a video and it would run 6, 7, 8 hours, and then his phone would ring. Somebody would call in to him and it would kick the video out where he'd have to start over again. And that's the exact same thing that still happens to me. But I record on, or I upload on Wi-Fi now, and I turn on I turn off my phone to where I can't receive calls. I forget what it's called. I think it's the airplane mode. I can't upload through the data that way, but I can upload through Wi-Fi. But anyhow, he's working on that. I explained to him how to go about getting over it to where he can get videos uploaded, and he got quite frustrated trying to upload multiple videos, and some of them he lost when they got kicked out, and he got so aggravated he didn't want to have to go back and re-edit and spend another 5 or 6 hours building the video up. But hopefully it'll work for him the way that I explained it, and he'll be able to get his videos back up. My brain went into neutral. Doggone it. Oh, I wanted to thought I heard something moving behind me. A little nervous. I wanted to share my thoughts on some things with you all. I'm definitely hearing something. I'm gonna move. Stand by just for a second. That's really loud. I just don't want it to be a bear. Let me see if I can get this turned. I just want to be able to watch that area. It's going to be loud. Please forgive me. I just don't want to stop recording in case something does happen and you guys will see it. I'm going to face it that way. And I'm going to go over here where I can keep an eye on it, on my background. I'm going to be covered in ticks. I can see over there now. I'm a little nervous. But my brain works and just, I don't know what's wrong with it. It doesn't work normal like most people. I overthink a lot of things. My mind is my worst enemy. But it's how the Lord designed me. We're all different. Each and every one of us, we have our talents and gifts in different areas than the next one. And it's just how the Lord built us. And He done it that way. You know, if we were gifted, all of us were gifted in every field, in every aspect, we wouldn't need the help of our fellow human. we could avoid contact with everyone and live a life in our own mind as best as possible. But I believe God made us with, each one of us has an individual gift that's different than the next person. And it's so we can come together as a collective and be an amazing group of people, be able to accomplish the impossible. And it's through the good Lord and through His help and His messenger, the Comforter, the Holy Spirit, that we can do these things because of the individual gifts that each one of us have. Our sixth sense, as so many people call it, the ability to pick up on unseen forces, unseen beings, predators, the demonic, things that are not in our best interest, is a God-given gift that all of us have. Many people, unfortunately, they ignore it, they avoid it. They don't trust it. It's part of who we are, it's part of our spirit. And in my mind, my way of thinking, one of the things that's weighed heavily on me is the Bible tells us that God created us in His own image. God created us as mini gods, so to speak. We're not gods, but we are created to be like them without the crazy powers and the abilities. There's many gods, but there's only one Most High, and that is our Father, our Creator. He is the one that we answer to. But they're all over us in abilities and in strengths. We're human. This is a learning process for all of us. And part of that learning process is to learn how to love your neighbor, to love your fellow human, even love your enemy. You don't have to like him, you don't have to socialize with him, but love him. Understand something's happened to him to make him the way that he is, or she is. If they're angry, if they're bullies, if whatever it may be, something has happened and changed in their life because they were created perfect as an infant, sin-free, perfect. Many of them have damaged bodies, and those that come out with deformities usually have abilities that are greater than those of us that are normal. But what I've been debating is how we were designed, made in God's image. Animals, let me back up just a little bit. The Bible tells us that God said that we have dominion over the animals of the earth, the fish of the waters, the birds of the air, and all creepy crawly things. We have dominion over them. And I do not think that means that we have the right to go out and stomp them and, kill the frog, kill the bee, it's not in those aspects. I'm beginning to believe that dominion over all the animals I think it is that we, humans, are born and created with a spirit and a soul. The rest of life is created with a spirit. That does not mean that we are the only ones that move on to the next life, and whether it be heaven, whatever that realm may be. I do believe that all life forms do go there. But being created in the image of God, us having a soul, in my opinion, I think that is our dominion over the other animals. Take, for instance, your dog, your pet, your cat, your dog, whatever you have, the pet that you've raised up, you've nurtured and loved and cared for. You come home, you've been gone all day, that animal is so excited to see you. You walk in the door and they've used the bathroom on the floor, they've gotten to the trash, they've done something that's got under your skin and aggravated you. Without saying a word to that animal, but getting that anger over what they've done, when you look at them, they immediately know. And it's not that you're growling at them or frowning at them or coming at them physically to abuse them. They see your soul. I believe the animals do see it, and if you're angry, they know immediately. Because they don't have, I don't believe they have a soul. I do believe they have a spirit. I do believe they go to heaven. A dog dies, a cat dies, a bird, a fish, whatever it may be. When its body gives up and goes back to the earth, I do believe his spirit returns to the Creator. And they continue living. Never-ending life for them. Just as us. It's never ending. But we have the upper hand. We have dominion over them in regards to us having a soul. We got a soul and a spirit. We get overwhelmed with emotion. The animals know. Without you expressing any verbal words to them, without you doing anything out of the ordinary. Your heart broke. And I'll give you an example. When my son passed away a few years back, we got home from the funeral. I went out back and we had a milking stand to milk the goats that were producing. And the milking stand is about as high as this log I'm sitting on. And I went and I sat on it and just sat there trying to comprehend what happened. Seeing my son in a casket was hard to accept. I could not comprehend that. It did not make sense. I always wanted to go before my children, and I wanted to go before my parents. I never wanted to see my parents buried, but they went before me. And as an adult, I understand that's the natural order. That's the way things are supposed to be. God didn't take my son. My son did that to himself. He drove a motorbike, high-speed motorbike, and the state trooper he had an accident. He rear-ended a car that was on the highway. The car that he rear-ended was traveling 55 miles per hour. Nick hit the back of that car at such a high rate of speed that he traveled 343 feet in the air before he touched the ground. And it split his brain down the center into two halves. 30 days after his accident, a blood clot made it to his brain and it killed him. God didn't do that to him. He did that. Ignorance, because that motorbike was capable of 180, 190 miles an hour, that's what he would drive it at. The highway patrol who worked the accident said they can only measure accidents up to 120 miles per hour. He was going so far above 120, they didn't even have a clue to guess to be within 20 miles per hour off of how fast he was going. But they said it was in far excess of 120. Now, as humans, we have a spirit, we will return to the Father, but we have a soul. The other life forms, I believe, including the big guys, the Sasquatch, we emit a glow or something that them, being spirit animals, spirit beings, can see. We are created in the image of God, and I believe that our soul emits something that they see or they feel. They know the instant we come into the woods. They know. You sit in the woods in a blind, hidden in some of this thick stuff, camoed out, everything working in your favor. A deer walks in. That if you look at that animal, he will pinpoint you. He knows you're there. They pick up on you. Some people call it intent. I think it's the power of our soul. They can be 100 yards off, and if you stare at him, that animal's going to stop, and he's going to look, and he's going to pinpoint you, and he's going to leave. That's why when you're hunting, to be a successful hunter, when your game quarry comes in and he's within your shooting abilities, whether it's bow and arrow, crossbow, rifle, shotgun, pistol, whatever it may be, when he comes in within that range and you're looking at him and you're sizing him up where you're going to place that shot so that he doesn't suffer, he goes on high alert every time. You will very rarely catch one where he never knows that you're there and you're aiming at him. It doesn't happen. And I believe what people are calling intent is something that our soul projects when we're looking at an animal. When I hunt, I don't look at the animal because I've lost so many in the past, and talking to an elder from a different tribe, one of the local Indian clans here in the Panhandle of Florida, they say, don't look at the animal, don't look where he's been, look where he's going. Keep your focus a few feet in front of him, and you'll always get your quarry. And I started doing that. And when I was probably 16 or 17 years old, and my hunting harvest jumped up tenfold. If one comes in that I want to harvest, as long as I do everything right, my muzzle loader is loaded, I take the time to put the scope on him correctly, I will absolutely make the harvest. I will make the shot, and I will have meat to bring home. If I stare at him and watch him as he comes in, he'll turn and go the other way. Sometimes he'll run off, but they know that you're there. And I think there's something to it, us having a soul. I believe that is our gift, as where we are created in God's own image, in the image of the gods, is like the gods. We have a soul. We have a higher being within us, a light being, whatever you choose to call it. We've got that within us. So when we enter the woods, if we have Sasquatch around us, or these werewolf things, or whatever, all these thousands of other creatures people are witnessing, they don't hear us and come to the sound. Most animals in the wild go away from the sound. There's something that we're ejecting that they sense, and it piques their curiosity. And I think it's the same if we're out in the woods walking around and you see a glow coming from behind a bunch of trees in the distance. Most of us are not going to go the other way. We're going to go and check it out and see what that is. You know, what's glowing over there? Now, once you get there and see what's putting off the glow, you may tuck tail and run. But it's just something I've been thinking about hard lately. And I don't know, it makes sense to me. I mean, do with it what you will. But it's just an idea I'm tossing up to you. Something for you to think about. And I'd love to know your input on it. And guys, if you have anything that you want to ask me or talk to me about, please email me. I will never get caught up with the comments. It is absolutely impossible, and I've literally walked away and stopped trying. It's overwhelming when I have so much I have to get done with the animals, and I've got 900 comments to try to read and respond to, and I can't do it. I don't have help, someone to do it for me, to help me with it. I'm doing all this by myself. And I cannot do what's required of me as a husband and a father and a caretaker for these animals, and spend most of my day on social media attending to comments. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for that. It's so overwhelming, and it really eased that burden off of me recently. I was driving to the beach, and I was listening to Steve Isdall. on how to hunt. And I don't remember exactly what the video was about, but he had mentioned the comments, and he said he doesn't even try at all. The comments are for others to comment to each other, and he's got a good point. I enjoy listening to Steve's stuff when I'm able to. I don't get a lot of free time these days. I will. I've had tons and tons of free time up until about 6 months ago, and we've been just beaten down financially. We've got 2 goats that are ill, multiple veterinarian visits and blood work, fecal exams, urinary exams, just you name it, and they can't find what's going on with these 2 goats. And we literally are broke. We can't take them in no more. It's been so much. For Kim's birthday fell on the 23rd of April. Mine fell on the 28th. My sister Tina, hers fell on the 26th. And we didn't do anything other than Kim and I rode out to the Thunder Beach motorcycle. It's like a Daytona bike week on a smaller level. And I got Rosie. Rosie went out there, 3 of us. Kim and I went out on the motorbike, and then we took Rosie when she got out of school. And I got Rosie a cute little jacket, a pink Harley Davidson jacket that she wanted. And I got her a leather thing to put in her hair. She liked it a lot. And I got Kim a safety vest, a safety jacket, so when she's riding with me, if something does happen, she won't have all of her skin removed. But that was all we did. We didn't go out and have a birthday dinner. We didn't do anything. We didn't have the funds for it. I got their jackets and the hair thing on a credit card. And I worked so hard to pay the credit cards down, and then we've had to use them. And so our credit cards are maxed out again. Our bank accounts are depleted. Our bills are paid. We're not behind on anything. But we're strapped. I even spent our hay money to try to get little Marvin cared for. And we're just, we're at our wits' end. I come up here today, I had to get away from the house for a little bit. It does get overwhelming, and it gets to me emotionally. I am an emotional person. To have an animal suffer or to lose one is hard on me. A lot of my friends say that I'm too soft, and if that's the case, so be it. I don't care. I'm not like the other men out there. One of my favorite colors in the world is pink. I love pink. I love purple. I like camo. I love nature. I love flowers. I love butterflies. I love it all. I like the beautiful things that God has blessed this earth with for our enjoyment. I like all of it. But we're in a time where life is hard. It's so hard. But we'll get caught up. We'll get back on top. Hopefully, I'll be able to do the live shows. We finally, I did swap out the routers for the computer, for the new router, the fast one. And to activate it, it changes the password. And I thought that I was using Wi-Fi on the phone, and I was using data. And so now I've got to go to the Xfinity website and figure out what the password is and change it, because the new router had its own password. And the password that they sent me, that's printed on the little tag, is double stamped, so you can't read it. You can't make out any of it. I just got to log in, and I don't remember what my password is to the website, so I got to call customer care, and then they'll straighten it out. When I'm home and I do have time to do it, I don't remember to do it. When I do remember to do it, I don't have time to do it. So I'm human. I make a lot of mistakes. But guys, I didn't come here with intentions to blab. I wanted to share with you the thoughts that I had on dominion over the animals and the beasts, the living things of the earth. And my thoughts are that we have a soul, which is a gift. It is a blessing that the Most High God has given us. I believe our soul and spirit for us are one. And when we return to the Father, when our bodies expire, we return to the Father as a soul/spirit. And I think all the animals, the fish, even the insects, I believe all of them are spirit beings. And possibly even the Sasquatch being a spirit being. And all of those life forms see that soul on us and they recognize it. And I think some of them do not like it because we have a blessing that the Most High God put on us when He made us in His own image. But that's just my thoughts on it. Please don't curse me out over this. It's something that I've been debating with myself on, and I've come to the conclusion that I absolutely believe it to be true. And that's just where I stand on it. You know, God gave us free will to choose and believe in how we wish to. And this is how I'm using my free will. This is how I believe. But y'all have a wonderful day. I love you guys. God bless you. And I may, when I get home, if I remember, I may go ahead and try to get the password done so I can sign in on the new internet and be able to do a live show, because it's definitely not working through data. I can do it on the tablet if I'm outside, but I can't do it inside. And we've got rain coming again. It's coming for the next 3 or 4 days, so it's going to be plenty. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it's most of the week. But I'm going to get out of here. I haven't heard no more movement over there. I'm sure I will on the way out. I am going to keep the camera running as I headed back, just in case. Y'all have a good day. I love you guys and gals. God bless you. And if there's anything I can do for you, if you need anything that I can provide, please email me at standinggoatsrescue@outlook.com. That's one word, standinggoatsrescue@outlook.com. God bless you. We'll see you guys soon. Let's head out of here. Oh. I'm not going to go back by that tree where I spooked something from under the bushes. It sounded like a pig, but we don't have pigs up here. I've never caught one on camera. I'm not going to say we don't have them, but I've never gotten one on game camera. We've never had one come in and attack the feed that we put out for the deer. Oh, I gotta get some water. It is hot. Your airplane. Normally they do, the military bases, they fly all the jets overhead here, and it's year round. But this time of the year, usually they fly a little more often than any other time. It's been pretty quiet today though. I'm gonna have so many ticks on me. I sprayed the Picaridin, I think it's called, on my boots, but I got my snake boots on, but this stuff, where's it at? Let me see. Trying to find it. I ain't got my glasses on. I don't know if you guys can see that. Tick defense for up to 10 hours. But that's what I usually spray on my skin and my clothes. I didn't want it on my skin today. It's fixing to open up and be nice Easy walking. Oh, my battery's about to die. 14%. Holy mackerel. Yep, it'll shut off here in a few minutes. Guys, y'all have a good day, good weekend, and have a good week. God bless you. And I will absolutely be seeing you soon. I will be getting the internet stuff straightened out this week. Hopefully today, where we can do a live show from inside the house. I just have to wait till everyone's in bed where it's quiet. But if I get it done today, I may try to have a show tonight. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. See you soon.